Principal sir, good evening. Sir, mute agide.
Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, one and all present for this inauguration of AICTE ATAL Academy sponsored online 6-day faculty development program.
Sir, on the nimsh.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
BSK, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I think we can start it.
No, actually, the meeting actually got disconnected and
Yeah.
many people are yet to join.
Idhar hai, sir, idhar. 80 people are there.
I think we can make a start to be on schedule.
Yeah.
Can we start then?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can make a start. Yeah.
Okay, so very good evening to ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
First of all, hearty welcome to all of you who have joined this 6-day FDP on AI and data analytics for sustainable development goals, SDGs, sponsored by AICTE New Delhi under AICTE Training and Learning, that is ATAL Academy, which is scheduled from August 18 to 23rd for 6 days. Who have joined this FDP across the country. All the participants, first of all, hearty welcome on behalf of RNS Institute of Technology, which is an autonomous institution affiliated to VTU. Before we actually begin, let's hear a few words about our institution. RNS Institute of Technology is established by our great founder, Dr. RNSIT, who is a great industrialist, philanthropist, and educationist. For those who are out of Karnataka who doesn't know anything about him, I would request all of you to Google one keyword with Murudeshwara. That is one of his greatest contribution to this society, and you will actually understand the mammoth work he has done in the field of construction, philanthropy, and devotion. Our institution is established in 2001, and currently we have 2,160 intake. We have CSE, AIML, Data Science, Cybersecurity, ECE, EEE, MEC, and Civil branches. Our institution is accredited with NAC A+ and with NBA. Few of our USPs, our institution has secured 229 ranks till date. Our job offers for 2025 batch is 1,052 with the highest pay package of 50 LPA. Our USP is one of the unique feature of RNSIT is that we have undergraduate research forum, which promotes not only teachers, even the students to conduct research. And we have conducted a lot of FDPs, and one of its kind is today that we are going to have a 6-day ATAL FDP. With this brief about RNSIT, I would like to welcome Dr. M.K. Venkatesha, our beloved director of the institution, to this inaugural ceremony, and Dr. Ramesh Babu HS, our beloved principal, to this inaugural ceremony. The convener and Dean and HOD of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dr. Kavita C. Madam, welcome to you as well. And also the faculty coordinator, Dr. Sampada KS, who is Associate HOD and Associate Professor in the Department of CSC, and faculty co-coordinator is Meenakshi SJ, who is Assistant Professor in the Department of CSC. And in addition to this, the actual strength of this FDP are the participants. We're very sure around 250 participants have registered for this FDP across the country. Hearty welcome to all of you on behalf of RNSIT Bangalore. And I think wherever you are, you can actually clap and welcome all of us for this inaugural ceremony. So as we believe in the tradition, let's all witness the inaugural function through a virtual lighting of the lamp. Thank you, one and all. In the virtual world, everything is possible. That is the technological contribution to the human society. So, moving on to the next agenda. So, to know about this faculty development program, the schedule, and all the speakers, I'm very sure you already know it, but to hear it from us, I request Dr. Sampada, Associate Head and Faculty Coordinator of this ATAL FDP, to brief us about this faculty development program. Over to you, madam.
Good evening, everyone. And I also welcome Dr. Deepak sir for this inaugural function. Thank you, sir. As a coordinator of this AICTE ATAL FDP program on AI and data analytics for sustainable development goals, it's my privilege to present a short overview of this program. The 6-day online FDP, starting from 18th to 23rd August, focuses on how AI and data analytics can be harnessed to address pressing global challenges aligned with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The sessions have been carefully designed to balance theoretical foundations and few demonstrations and real-world case studies, ensuring participants gain both conceptual clarity and practical exposure. Over the course of this FDP, the participants will explore. So the first day, UN SDGs and global challenges and the role of AI for social good from Deepak sir. And day 2 is machine learning for healthcare analytics with a few demonstrations by Shreyas Hegde. And day 3 is big data analytics for climate insights and SDG indicator monitoring by Rahul Devaji. Day 4 is sustainability-driven quality assurance in manufacturing by Ankit Hegde and AI for energy optimization by Harsha Srinivas. And day 5 is AI on precision agriculture by Dr. J. Adinarayan sir and responsible AI from Mrs. Kripa Hebbar. And day 6 is policy frameworks for AI and SDGs and followed by AI for smart cities and water governance by Dr. Pavan from IIT Dharwad. And the program concludes with online test, feedback and valedictory session. We are honored to host the eminent resource person from academia, industry and international institution who will bring diverse perspective to the discussion. This FTP is not only an opportunity to upskill in emerging technology, but also a platform to deliberate on how we as an educator, researchers can align innovation with societal and sustainability goals. I encourage all the participants to actively engage, interact with our experts, and carry forward these learning to your teaching, research, and professional endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sampada, for that brief on the FDP. So, may I request Dr. Kavita C, who is Dean and Head of Computer Science Department, to give her message to all the participants. Over to you, madam.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Bhavani Shankar. Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pride as the head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering to welcome you all to this AICTE ATAL Faculty Development Program on AI and Data Analytics for Sustainable Development Goals. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our director, Dr. Venkatesha, our principal, Dr. Ramesh Babu sir, our distinguished resource persons, and all the participants who have joined us from across the country. The CSC department at RNS Institute of Technology has always been proactive in embracing emerging technologies and integrating them into both teaching and research. Our faculty members are actively engaged in domains such as artificial intelligence, data analytics, cybersecurity, and cloud computing. Over the years, we have also encouraged our students to apply these technologies in solving real world problems through projects, hackathons, and collaborative research. This FDP is therefore an extension of our department's philosophy, bringing together academicians, researchers, and practitioners to deliberate on the responsible and impactful use of AI. The chosen theme, AI and Analytics for Sustainable Development Goals, is not only timely but also visionary. As educators, we have the dual responsibility of preparing students for technological excellence while also instilling in them a sense of responsibility towards society and sustainability. Through this FDP, participants will gain insights on how data driven intelligence can be applied to domains such as healthcare, smart cities, agriculture, and climate action, all of which resonate with the Sustainable Development Goals. I encourage all participants to make the most of these sessions, interact with the experts, explore collaborations, and take back ideas that can enrich your teaching and research. On behalf of the Department of CSE, RNSIT, I assure you of our complete support and commitment in making this FDP impactful. Thank you, and I wish you all a fruitful learning experience. Thank you. Over to Dr. Bhavani Shankar.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kavita Madam, for giving us insights about Department of CSE and telling us how serious we are in conducting this FDP. Now, the next agenda in the inaugural ceremony is addressed by the principal. We have with us Dr. H.S. Ramesh Babu, who is very instrumental in making this ATAL FDP materialized for us at RNSIT. Sir, we request you to deliver your address.
Thank you, Dr. BSK. Good evening, all. With pranams to our Revered Founder Chairman R.N. Shetty, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you for this ATAL Faculty Development Program on AI and Data Analytics for Sustainable Development Goals. On behalf of RNSIT, I extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished participants, resource persons from across the country, my faculty colleagues, most importantly, the organizing team for bringing us together on this academic platform. We have our beloved director, Dr. M.K. Venkatesha, sir, serving this institution from last 16 years. He is the source of inspiration for all of us in conducting such activities. RNSIT from day one has not looked back and being steered by best of the best people like Professor M.R. Hulla, Dr. H.N. Shivashankar. Then the baton was taken by Dr. M.K. Venkatesha, sir. It is marching forward as mentioned by Dr. Bhavani Shankar with best achievements from students and faculty members. It hosts more than 300 faculty members with a lot of support system for faculty and students on TRIP. In my definition, TRIP is teaching, research, innovation, ending with the best placements and career advancements. RNSIT is known for that. ATAL FDP is one such initiative where RNSIT believes in capacity development. Being human beings, we need to adapt for the new trend. RNSIT is the staunch believer of such adaptability. We continuously conduct a lot of such capacity building programs to enable our faculty members. Let's not forget, we are handling Gen Z kids who are much ahead of all of us with respect to technology is concerned. In the recent VTU principals meeting, the Honorable Vice Chancellor Vidya Shankarji was mentioning, and it has already been put in place by VTU with the stewardship of Dr. Vidya Shankarji. The AI technologies have become the part and parcel of first year syllabus. So this FDP also talks about AI and data analytics, which are the two important topics added with sustainable development goals. Because it's our duty, whatever the technology that we bring in, we should not forget to live back a sustainable world, an environmental free world, a good world to our youngsters. So SDG plays a very important role. I was so happy when the convener of this ATAL FDP, Dr. Sampada, came out with say, amalgamation of AI and data analytics with a touch of SDG. This is very important even in terms of the National Board of Accreditation's new format. SDG plays a very important role, and that becomes a mantra for all of us in every campus. I was so happy when I went through the sessions where the sessions are more transformative, which is acting as a very strong force in shaping every sector from healthcare to agriculture to urban development and to education, aligning these technologies with the SDG goals. That's real tricky aspect, and I'm very happy my team could able to do that. Through this FDP, the participant will gain exposure to both theoretical foundations and practical applications of AI and data analytics, with discussions on how these technologies can be responsible for harnessing the social impact. I am confident that the deliberations here will spark new ideas, collaborations, and research directions that can make a difference to the society. That shall be the outcome of this FDP. I congratulate Department of Computer Science and Engineering, RNSIT, Dr. Kavita, Dr. Sampada, and the co-coordinator Meenakshi SJ and team for their wonderful effort in bringing together such a rich set of sessions and resource persons for this FDP. On behalf of RNSIT, I thank all the resource persons who are spending their valuable time in enlightening 250 plus participants on AI and data analytics with a touch of SDG goals. Thanks to Deepak sir for joining this FDP all the way from Singapore, who is the masters in SDG. So thank you, sir. And I wish all the best for this FDP, and I'm very sure all of you have wonderful takeaways at the end of 6th day. Thank you, one and all. Over to Bhavani Shankar.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much, Principal sir. And thank you for stressing upon the importance of this FDP and how serious RNSIT is in encouraging such things, and also talking about how serious all the faculty should be to face the new challenges that is posed to us by the Gen Z students. I hope this FDP will do a justice to all the knowledge hunger people in learning new things. So after this, we have the presidential remark by the guiding force behind almost all the activities at RNSIT, including this 6-day FDP, our beloved director, Dr. M.K. Venkatesha sir. Sir, over to you.
Dr. Bhavani Shankar, thank you. Good evening, esteemed principal, my esteemed colleague HOD, Dr. Kavita, faculty coordinators, distinguished guests, resource persons, faculty colleagues, and participants. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 6-day ATAL Faculty Development Program on AI and Data Analytics for Sustainable Development Goals. We are at a crucial juncture in history where technology and sustainability must go hand in hand. The challenges before us, poverty, hunger, health, climate change, and inequalities are not just social, and here lies the promise of artificial intelligence and data analytics. AI has the power to predict agricultural yields, monitor climate risks, optimize healthcare delivery, and make our cities smarter and sustainable. Data analytics, on the other hand, empowers policymakers and institutions to make evidence-based decisions for real and lasting impact. Together, they form a powerful force multiplier for achieving the 17 Sustainable Development Goals envisioned by the United Nations. At RNSIT, we have always believed in leveraging knowledge for societal good. This FDP is another step in that direction. It will equip faculty members with the insights, tools, and methodologies needed to not only understand the applications of AI and data analytics, but also to translate them into teaching, research, and impactful projects. I urge every participant to engage actively, to ask questions, and to explore interdisciplinary applications. Let this program be a platform where ideas converge into innovations and innovations evolve into solutions that make a difference to society. Before I conclude, let me place and record my appreciation for the organizers, coordinators, and resource persons for conceptualizing this timely FDP. I am confident that the deliberations here will open new directions in research, collaboration, and societal engagement. With these words, I declare this faculty development program open and I wish it all the success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Director Sir, for your encouragement and best wishes. With that good start, now we move to the end of the inaugural function. Dear participant, please note, I have already put it in the chat that after this vote of thanks, we request you, possibly all of you can turn your camera on. We don't force you, but whoever can, please turn your camera on for a group photo after the vote of thanks. I'm telling you in advance so that you keep this in mind and plan for it. Now I request our faculty co-coordinator and assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Ms. Meenakshi S.J., to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all. On behalf of RNS Institute of Technology and the AICTE ATAL Academy, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for today's inaugural session of this 6-day online faculty development program on AI and data analytics for sustainable development goals. First and foremost, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the AICTE ATAL Academy for giving us this opportunity to organize this FDP and for their continued encouragement in building academic capacity in emerging technologies. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our Director Dr. M.K. Venkatesha sir and our Principal Dr. Ramesh Babu H.S. sir for their visionary leadership and constant support which have been instrumental in making this FDP possible. My special thanks to our Dean and HOD Department of CSE Dr. Kavita C for her valuable guidance and unwavering encouragement throughout the organization of this program. We are deeply grateful to our distinguished resource persons, eminent academicians, and industry experts who have kindly accepted our invitation and agreed to share their valuable knowledge and expertise. Your valuable insights will undoubtedly enrich the learning experience of all the participants and inspire further exploration in this domain. A special word of appreciation goes to all our participants from our various institutions who have joined us with a great enthusiasm. Your active involvement and engagement will make this FDP more interactive and fruitful. Finally, I would like to sincerely acknowledge the tireless efforts of the organizing committee, coordinators, and the technical team whose dedication and the hard work behind the scenes have ensured the smooth conduct of today's sessions. With these words, I once again thank each and every one of you for your presence and contribution to the success of this faculty development program. Thank you one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Meenakshi madam, for delivering the vote of thanks. So I think I request all of you to turn your camera on. And after the group photo, the session will be beginning. And I think Dr. Sampada will take it from here. So till now, it was Dr. Bhavani Shankar K, myself, hosting this event for you. I hope all of you will take away the best things from this workshop or FDP. And stay blessed, all of you. Have a nice learning sessions. Thank you so much. Requesting all of you to turn your camera on, whoever possible, so that I think Meenakshi madam, you are taking the group photo.
Yes, sir.
So request all of you to keep smiling for at least for next 10 seconds so that madam will take the screenshots. Without blinking, please. Shreyas is blinking. Madam, you are on mute. Please make sure to paste it and reserve it because after that, we can't ask everybody to be online.
Yes, sir.
Done? Sure?
Yes, sir. Done,
Photo
sir.
is preserved?
Yes,
We'll
sir.
have to send it back to the participants probably.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
thank you so much. Have a great learning session. Sampada madam, over to you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Madam, you're on mute.
Yes, sir. Sahana ma'am.
Ma'am, you're on mute. Sahana, ma'am.
She's there.
Yes, ma'am, she's there.
I think Sampada madam, you only can unmute or ask her to unmute. I think I also could do it. Anyway, I asked her.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Done.
Okay. So now I request Sahana ma'am to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Deepak L. Vaikar.
Yeah.
Sahana ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce our distinguished resource person for the opening session of the FDP, Dr. Deepak L. Vaikar. Dr. Vaikar had an illustrious career spanning in India, Singapore, and collaborations with universities in UK, Australia, and Canada. He began his professional journey as an assistant director at the National Power Engineers Training Institute, India, and has since contributed extensively as a teacher, researcher, consultant, and thought leader. His work is particularly renowned in the field of sustainable energy development. For more than a decade, he has been associated with the Singapore Certified Energy Managers Program, where he has guided energy management strategies and capacity building for institutions, industries, and professionals. He has delivered keynote and plenary talks worldwide on power systems, sustainable clean energy, and climate action, reinforcing his reputation as a global advocate for sustainable energy practices. Dr. Vaikar's leadership has also been recognized through roles such as Chair of the IEEE Power and Energy Society Singapore Chapter and Chair of the IEEE Education Society Singapore Chapter, along with receiving the prestigious IEEE PES Outstanding Power Engineers Award in 2003. Aligning perfectly with the theme of this FDP, AI and data analytics for sustainable development goals, Dr. Vaikar will be speaking on overview of UN SDGs and global challenges and AI for social good, role and potential. His vast contributions to clean energy, sustainability, and educational transformation make him the ideal resource person to set the tone for our FDP. We are truly privileged to have him with us today, and I warmly welcome Sir to deliver his address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very muji, for your kind introduction. All of you, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
Are you
can
able
hear
to
you,
hear
sir.
me?
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
wonderful.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Good evening from Singapore. Director Venkateshaji, Principal Ramesh Babuji. I had a privilege of meeting you. Professor Sampadaji, Professor Kavitaji, distinguished faculty members, organizing committee, and my fellow sustainable leaders. I have indeed a great pleasure to share with you some of my thoughts. Okay, so organizer, do I have permission to share my slides, please?
Yes.
Okay, so I will now share my slides. Are you able to see my slides? Not yet.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will go full screen. So you can let me know. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? And ma'am,
Yes, sir.
because this session is going to be quite long, so are we going to take any break in between? You will be telling me, or it will be continuous one?
We can take a break, sir, if required.
In between, huh? So okay, roughly halfway we can take a
Sure,
break,
sir.
correct?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Sure, sir.
Because later on it will be very late in Singapore, so I would like to finish as much as possible in my first session. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because there is a 2.5 hours difference. It is almost getting 9:15 p.m. in Singapore. Okay. So topic I have chosen to interact with you as per the advice of the resource persons, an overview of sustainable development goals and global challenges. And with that, I will also share about where we can use the AI. Okay. Those who want to interact with me, please contact Professor Sampadaji, or later on you can email to me. Okay. I would like to start my presentation by taking the blessing of Goddess Saraswati. Om Saraswati Namastupyam Vardhe Kamrupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. I'm invoking the blessing of Goddess Saraswati, who is a goddess of knowledge, music, abundance, and wealth, art, speech, and wisdom and learning. And is also prayed in many countries. You can see here, okay? Not only in India, but outside India also. Agenda for today's discussion is introduction has been already done. Sustainable development dilemma. What is that? Then, as mentioned by Professor Sahanaji, I will share my favorite topic, smart, clean, and green energy, which is required if you want to achieve sustainable development goals. And in doing so, what are challenges and opportunities? And finally, we will have some summary and conclusions. At this stage, I would like to mention I had a privilege of visiting RNS Institute in December 2024. And thank you very much for your very nice and kind hospitality when I was with you. Okay. So what is the current scenario? Okay. In between Professor Sahana and Sampadaji, I will be asking, because sometimes what happens is I may be on, but may not be visible that side due to connectivity. So please let me know, okay, in case there is a disconnection in connectivity or there is a breaking of voice. Okay.
Sure, sir.
So what is current scenario? Okay, what is current scenario? I will be asking and you might be helping me. Now, those who are joining all the way online, you may be able to view some of the things. Okay, yes. Now I would like to start, okay, like more of a conversation with all of you. I'm happy to see almost 200 of you are now joined online. And let's start with the fundamental things, okay? Doctors and scientists are saying whose lungs are weak, okay? Whose lungs are weak. On the left-hand side of your screen, you might see a pink lungs. On the right-hand side, the lungs has been affected. Now, why it has happened? Okay. Major reason for that is air. Now, all of us know that we want our quality of air in good or moderate range all the time. Preferably good range most of the time, sometimes moderate range. But why that we are seeing in many parts of the world that this range is going into either unhealthy range or very unhealthy, or in some situation hazardous one. This is what is known as air quality index. Okay, particulate matter, they say 2.51. Now that is the one of the major issue if we want to keep our lungs healthy. Okay. Now if you use AI and data analytics take the various pictures happening globally in last few months, and you will find that there are wildfires happening across the globe even now. As of now, we are speaking, there are wildfires happening in Canada, in France, in Spain. Okay? These wildfires are not happening just for the sake of that, okay? Because there is some reason for that. Now, on top two, you see satellite pictures coming and analyzed using data analytics. And then you can see it is happening almost across the globe one time or other. One time or other. Even Hollywood is also not spared. Okay. Europe also, I think now they are going through now. Now this has been happening. What they say is because of the effect of global warming. Now, ideally, they are saying that our Earth temperature should not rise the current level to more than 1.5 degrees. Okay, and that they were saying it we should do that before 2030. But since last couple of years, in some part, in some time, this temperature is above 1.5 degrees globally. And when this temperature rises, it starts creating impact. Now, we all of us know the reason for rise in temperature. And it is not just because of wildfire, the temperature is rising. If you analyze it systematically, what has happened is because the Earth temperature has increased, the heat waves have come, and that is causing wildfires. Okay, it's one of the immediate effect of climate crisis, they call it. Some call it climate emergency, that we are experiencing heat waves almost across the globe and wildfires almost across the globe. Okay, and that satellite image can show you clearly that which can be analyzed, and then from there now they can make some difference. Now, what is the cause of that? That is why I say that is one of the reasons our lungs are getting affected. I've given you example of global one. There is one research organization called Verasic Maclecroft. They also carried out study for all the world, but because we are from Asia, I'm showing you about what is happening in Asia. I just now shared with you what is happening in Europe, what is happening in North America. In Asia, what they found that out of 100 most vulnerable cities, 99 are in Asia. 37 in China, 43 in India. China produces 12.5 gigatons of CO2 equivalent per year, according to this study, as of 2022. Now it has must have gone up also. Okay, I'm showing you data is shared by research associations, followed by United States of America, 5 gigatons of CO2 equivalent, and India, 2.75 gigatons of CO2 equivalent. And you can see there is such a vast difference. China, 12.5, USA, less than half of that, and India, even lower than that. But still, together, they are contributing top biggest emitters of greenhouse gases, respectively. And that is why our air quality is getting affected. Air quality index, I think all of you can go now on Google and check. It will tell you what is the air quality index of your own city. Okay. Now, one of the ways to tackle that is they say, okay, my air outside is polluted. I can't breathe properly. We analyze it and we say, okay, maybe I will, in my house, in my offices, in my classrooms, will use devices that will purify air for me, that will keep everything inside cleaner compared to outside. They call air purifiers. If that is working for you, then well and good. Outside air is polluted. Inside you are able to manage that somehow. For doing that one, we had to use expensive devices, air purifiers, air conditioners, and fans. And to detect that, even we might need laser sensors, what is happening. Okay. And if we are not able to somehow get that kind of air, then we may have to start using oxygen cylinders. Usually we use this one when we are admitted to hospitals and they need it at that time, ventilator or something. But now, if our air quality outside, maybe for whatever reason, okay, whatever reason, example, even with the wildfires, which can travel to several hundreds of kilometers sometimes, the area around that 10-15 kilometers, the smoke is there, quality is very bad. And then some of them are saying, okay, you may have to resort to using oxygen cylinders, oxygen bottles also. That happens is going to be very challenging. So that is how the impact of one is air. Okay, our fundamental air is affected. Second, because we want development, we are discharging effluents, okay, effluents from the industries without treating them directly into the rivers, lakes, and in some places even in oceans and seas. Now, once that happens, then this water is polluted. Water gets polluted. So means our air pollution is there. Second, our water pollution is also happening. What is the impact that? Okay, obviously this kind of water pollution is first thing first, we think about ourselves. We want water quality in the good or excellent range most of the time. Water is coming from rivers, reservoirs, lakes through a systematic infrastructure, pipes, pumps, okay, which consumes energy. But because its quality has deteriorated over the period, around 20-25 years back, we started using plastic bottles with what they call water bottle. And nowadays it has become quite common for us to carry this water bottle because our water quality is affected. It is not in the good range. It is in the bad or very bad range. And therefore, to take care of us, it is going to affect our health. So whatever I mentioned is straightway now affecting goal number 3, health. Okay, health. Okay, sustainable development goal. Or what air is affected, water is polluted. Those who can afford, now they will have to spend more to get quality air, quality water. Not only that, we want to stay healthy, so therefore we need a nutritious food, healthy food, which is grown properly with less pesticides or no pesticide where possible. And when we want to use that nutritious food, we need to do cooking, we need energy. Again, we need energy. We want to process fruits into juices, we need an industry, and that creates jobs, but it requires also energy. Where we want to store our food, we need freeze so that we can use it, especially in hot weather, we need freeze. And when we recook it, there are devices like microwave oven and ovens, mixers and grinders. So our food, if you want to use it properly, it needs to be clean and the same nutritious. We also need to use energy to make it consumable for us, okay? Apart from those which we can eat raw. Now, you may have seen a lot of reports also. So what I'm coming, there is a contamination of food is happening. Okay? Not only in developing nations, also in developed nations. Okay? And it is happening because of our choices, we the people. What choices we make. We are using chemicals as pesticides, fertilizers, which are chemical, which is affecting the soil quality. Then there are businesses which are not following good governance practices. For the sake of just making profit, they are also contaminating food, which is affecting us. Now you can see we are in the 21st century. We thought in 21st century we should be talking more about the AI and others. Madam, the person is, I don't know why he's writing. So can you please ask him to stop it or remove him? Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. The person, I think, I forgot, his name came in, but if he's come here to disturb us, pollute this FDP, then we need to take action against him, okay? And get details, and maybe you have to ensure that next time such persons are not disturbing anybody's FDP, okay? Okay, coming. So what does this mean now, okay? Do we want to go back this kind of old norm? Because pollution affects everyone. Whether it is, I just mentioned air pollution, or there are various causes of air pollution, which we will slowly mention about it. Then water pollution, soil contamination, it affects our health. I think Dr. Priya. Okay, can you hear me? Or I have been muted. I know you have stopped. Okay, I think the person who has joined, he is more of trying to create, did we call it, okay. You may have to stop that, in a control, okay, there is a stop them using any annotations, then he won't be able to use it. And then identify that person. You can ask some of your colleagues to observe who's doing that and then take action against that person. So they can see now we have got even this kind of pollution. I do not know why this person with this one trying to put this one. Okay. Ma'am, am I audible or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. So you may ask someone, shall I stop and start sharing again so that this person's stuff is out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can see this annotation. You stop everyone for using annotations. Okay.
Yes.
Nobody can use annotate. You can go to can you see annotate there? And then disable that one. I don't know whether I can do it. You have to disable that so that nobody will be able to use sanitation. So I know you are being nice to them. Okay. Okay, I will start sharing now again. Hopefully you have identified the person and then yeah, it does happen from time to time. Some are interested in getting getting attention. Okay, now we can see, okay. Sometimes we feel that there is air pollution maybe only affecting lungs. No, the water pollution may be only affecting our stomach and causing some illnesses. Soil pollution, pesticide. Now you can see that impact. Impact can go all over, all the way from our head, our brain to our lower parts of the body. It can cause cancers. That is the impact of pollution. That is why goal number 3 is very important. How we can maintain our healthy lifestyle. Okay, healthy lifestyle. Now these are happening over a period. When they started, they thought it has less impact, but as more and more of industrialization happened, more and more such adverse impact started happening, and we are facing that one. Okay, I'm not going to show you this video because it will. So obviously, what we want is we want to go for clean something. Okay? We want to clean it. That is what. Okay, what is that clean? Okay, clean part. Okay. We wanted to go for clean, but yeah, all of us know there was a outbreak. An outbreak happened. COVID-19 massively disrupted, and this massive disruption obviously affected our health, our lot of things, but also given rise to use of technology. One of them is like through Zoom we are connected. At that time it was quite popular, and okay. So question arises, yes, we want development, but do we want to go back to the old normal? Industries that are polluting, transportation systems which is congested and polluting. We are creating huge quantity of waste, and we are burning, and it is creating another pollution. Those who are, I think, due to impact of one persons who are misusing that given liberty, I think we will not now take. Otherwise, I would like to take your inputs here. Do we want to go back to the same old normal? That is a question, okay? If you don't do that, very soon, and I used to say 10, 15 years back, that if you don't take care of us, we may have to start wearing masks. I did not know that 1920, it will happen. 2020, it will happen. But there is still a danger because though we learn from it, but as far as emissions and pollutions are considered, we have not taken appropriate steps. So we may have to meet in future like this in case we don't take care of it. Another part is, now one we heard about global warming causing wildfires. Another part they say, okay, when temperature of the earth rises, it hits ocean, and the ocean temperature goes up, and as a result, there will be more and more what they call storms, cloudbursts, rain, and it is happening. Okay, now as of now, you must have noticed it has happened in China now, happening in India. It happened just few weeks back in New York. Even subway was flooded. And I was in Mumbai in 2019, and at that time when I looked at it, and few lines came to my mind. Nowadays, when it rains, capital becomes a lake. Now it is becoming common phenomena. अब के बरस जब बरसता है पानी तालाब बन जाती है रास्ते. Nowadays, when it rains, capital becomes a lake. And we are seeing it again more and more, that they are saying that now we have to use even boats on the roads because it is flooded. Whether it is USA, whether it is China, India, whether it is Europe, story is almost same. Okay, because of the global warming, the storms are increasing, the rains and floods are happening more frequently. So this is the impact of climate change. Goal number, okay, we say we want to take action. Goal number 13, we take action. But then what action you want to take? Just yourself. Most of the time it happens, authorities say, oh, sorry, it is because of climate change. It happened in last 50 year first time, 100 year first time, so they were not prepared. But they forgot something which we are going to discuss later on. Okay. So you can see now, okay, water is also affected. And not only that, some parts of the world, there is a flood, other parts there is a drought. Yes, it has happened. It is now also in some parts of the world, it is drought, Africa and others. Okay. And these are the pictures which are evidence of climate crisis. Yes, what you say? Kahin bunda bunda ko tarse, kahin phat phat kariye barse. Means somewhere it is, you don't have enough rainwater. Other place it is all we are finding clouds are okay bursting. कुदरत का खेल है निराला, लालच के नशे में डूबा कैसे. So now कैसे से समझे. So what we are looking at it, what is happening? The nature is completely now working differently, and because we were so greedy about the development, because we have forgotten some of things. We are not taking care of that. Do we wish to have such future? At present, we are seeing it, okay? Some parts of the world, some parts definitely at a time. And for that purpose, we need a good water management. One by one, okay, challenges are there, how we can overcome them. Good, clean water, goal number 8. Okay, sanitation, good water, good, goal number 8. I will go for each goal later on. So we want clean water. For that purpose, we have to do something about it. Here I'm showing you one of the diagrams in which a systematic water management can be considered. Obviously, yes, we get rainwater. If you are nearby sea, you might get from sea becomes rain, but from rain it comes down. We can have rain harvesting, collection of rainfall, and it will go to reservoir and then transport it and use it. If that rainwater reservoir is not sufficient, river water is not sufficient, and those places which are near the sea, like Singapore, then they have used desalination plants, like what we might find in Middle East also, desalination plants. Okay, they will use a technology to convert seawater into what they call potable or drinkable water. Okay, potable. And most of the time we use water and just allow it to go into sanitation. Okay, sink. Nowadays they are recycling it. They are saying that okay, recycle water, reduce use of water, recycle it, and then treat it. You treat it such that whatever the water we have used, that can be converted into some form and which can be used for maybe industries and for other purposes. Obviously, potable water, we want for human to use it. So this is a systematic management of the water. If we adopt that one according to goal number 8, then we are able to take care of all aspects. Okay, rain, sea, water reservoir collection, sanitation management, recycling of water, reducing of use of water. Okay, obviously this one will require use of latest technology. Okay, all latest technology including AI. what you want to build up, you need data analytics. You need to have data and analyze and accordingly set up for decision making. This is going to generate huge quantity of data. Earlier also, wildfires now they is generating huge quantity of data from satellite images, real images, and they need to be analyzed. And every day they have to work on it so that they can predict, hey, what is going to happen and can something be done? Action, disaster management. For floods also, same thing. So floods, drought, all that data needs to be collected systematically, analyzed. And now because there are AI techniques available, we can apply those AI techniques to make something out of it. And once we apply some model, then we can even use machine learning to train them so that we can predict what is going to happen. And then if you use again technology like robotics and other things, you may be able to take action also, okay? Simple thing, what they are discussing in Singapore is, okay, moment there is a flood or storm is happening, there is automatic SMS, okay, message goes. Okay, message goes to all those who are subscribed. Hey, your area is now experiencing heavy rain and likely to be floods to be there, so take care. Or even sometimes in advance, okay, meteorology is using a lot of data analysis, okay, nowadays. They need it, including AI. Okay, what it means now, we are in 21st century and we are affected by air, water, and nutritious food. And that is where it is affecting, okay? Because of that is affecting even our goal number 1, okay? Poverty. Because there is a poverty, then they are not able to afford the good food. And because there is a poverty, they had to endure polluted air. Because there is a poverty, they had to endure bad sanitation, not good quality of water. Now, how to provide clean air, clean water, and nutritious food? That is a foundation, basics of your, they don't need the basics of human rights. Okay, that will go goal number 70, justice. Okay, so poverty alleviation, zero hunger. We need a food. Okay, we need to produce sufficient quantity of food, but because of the impact of climate crisis, as I shown to you, our soils are affected. As a result, the quality and quantity of food produced is also affected. It means if you're not able to do that one, some people will go hungry. They won't be able to afford, because now you have seen inflation in last few years. Prices of basic needs have risen few times, okay? Risen few times. So that now some of the foods, many of us may not be able to afford also. We have to be very careful about this one. So how we manage this one? Because if we manage this one, we use all those technology, then it will be there. So doctors, scientists are saying whose lungs are weak. Why they have become weak? Now I share with you why our lungs have become weak. Because air quality outside, air quality we live in is badly affected. Okay, quality of air, lifestyle. Okay. Therefore, we need clean self-governance. Goal number 17, okay? Governance, clean self-governance. Self, individuals need to take action. Because if individuals do not take actions, then they will be affected most. So what we are saying, it is a clean self-governance. Clean means what? We want basic things clean. We want clean air. Yes, many countries have passed Clean Air Acts, but how they are implemented is a very important one. If they are not implemented properly, then what is our role? Okay. That is also important one, okay. For that purpose, obviously, clean air means if outside air is we are not able to control, then we can do something, use technology, science technology, make our inside air reasonably better. Same thing we learned from the past. Okay, water bottle has become now, they are charging it. 40, 50 years back, probably we would not have thought about that people are going to charge you for the water, but that has been there now. Okay. And don't be surprised if we do not take care of ourselves, there could be coming oxygen bottles. As you can see here, oxygen bottles. We may be buying it also. So whenever we are going out, they say we want clean food also, nutritious food. So we'll have tiffin box. Okay, we are staying inside, we'll have got that one. Then we have got water bottle, we have got oxygen bottle. Okay. And obviously, if still we are affected by some viruses, then we need to keep on taking our vaccines. Now, later on, I will show to you that energy has a pivotal role. Energy. Why I am mentioning this one? If you look at the air, prana is energy. Water, energy. Okay, pani, okay, energy. Then food is our basic energy, because if we do not get the food, that basic energy is not there. And that is why these sustainable development goals are that important. Okay, awareness about it and taking action to avoid. So each one of us will have to take that now, self-governance in our hand, clean self-governance, not accepting bad governance. And for that purpose, we should also be adhering to our role. Hamara, okay, what is our role? Making it sure that it is a clean self-governance. And energy has a pivotal role to play. Energy has a pivotal role to play for that purpose. So we looked at the just simple, I gave example of lungs. Now we come back to another part. Okay. Blood sugar level is very high. Okay. जिनके खून में चीनी बहुत ज़्यादा है. Okay. Those who have got high blood sugar level. Okay. Very high is challenge. Okay. What is the impact? Okay. All of the, I think I don't have to mention about it. All of us know from our farms, places where there is a sufficient water, soil is good, then we have got sugar cane. Okay. Yes, India is one of the highest producer of sugar and for that sugar cane. And from that, what we do is we make sugar. We need sugar mills, process it, is a process, refined sugar. And because of our nature, because of our practices, we have sweets. Yes, I also like sweets. I'm not saying we shouldn't have it. And you say, kuch meetha ho jaye, hai, kuch meetha ho jaye. Let's have some sweet. We have got sweets for almost every occasion. Okay, most of the occasions. Something happens, we distribute sweets. And therefore, there is a tremendous market, not only in India, but overseas also. Kuch bhi hoga, cake kato. So we are seeing that there is a tremendous demand for use of sugar in our food, and therefore we need sugarcane farms. Okay. And why I understand that, okay, we want to have sweets, have it, use it, but then kuch कहते बहुत कुछ हो जाता है. And while this one, we start with small and it becomes bigger and bigger. And worst case is we have taken practices from Hollywood into our Bollywood. They had a bad practice of using cake, putting on the face, putting on this one. And we say we also follow that one. What to celebrate birthday? Is it clean and green? Our role models, okay? Most of the young people, they have role models like this one. And even IPL cricketers, I don't know why we want to follow them. So they are like this. Is it clean and green? I know I would ask this one question, but we'll take this question. And I would say, isn't it shameful? Isn't it shameful to waste food like this one just for the enjoyment, following idiot practices? One of the idiot practices, I would say, stupid practices. And because we see on TV, they show as if it is a great thing, they're doing it, and then it goes into our young people also start doing it in canteens and some other places. Yes, I'm not saying we may have been at some places or other happening this stupid thing. Is it smart? Is it clean and green? Isn't it shameful? When we know that as of now, globally, there are at least 2 billion people who do not have, who do not have proper meal to eat. 2 billion people are sleeping hungry. I don't know whether they will be able to sleep properly or not. Yes, globally. And that is, we are talking about complete hunger. 2 billion people. And look at these people. These are the ones, those who have it, they are doing this way. They are shameful. I think we shouldn't follow this as one, okay? And therefore, if you want to address goal number 2, how we can make it zero hunger, we have to stop doing stupid practices, useless practices, which your common sense tells you it is not good. But I don't know why we follow still. I hope that most of our educators, they give our students and others, youngsters, a proper way to stop doing this one. Yes, celebrate. I'm not against celebration. Can we have replaced this one by a green celebration? And these people are rich, then they can definitely use and donate that food to where they need it. This is how we can, one of the ways we can address zero hunger, no poverty also. Choice. Okay? Not only that, there is a diabetic tsunami happening globally. Goal number 3, health. You do proper data analysis, you will know it, okay? And use any of the model and try to predict it. I would say those who are interested in healthcare, they can collect this data and see what is the relationship. Globally, they say, according to this one of the research studies, globally there are almost close to 500 million adults who have been diagnosed as diabetics. Okay, close to 1.5 million deaths occur almost by diabetes. According to them, around 3.7 million deaths due to diabetes and high blood sugar. And not only this is diabetics affect other things also. It can affect us. It can be cause of stroke, blindness, heart attacks, kidney failure, and even amputations. So that is the impact of what? Our choice. Because this is because of lifestyle. Our body produces sufficient insulin to take care of our sugar. But then, because of our lifestyle, we are facing more and more like this. Healthy lifestyle, goal number 3. So what we want to do now? Okay. Well, we can think about it, whether we want to use sugarcane, which requires huge quantity of water, fertilizers, and convert them into a sugar, or because we have to use that one, make farmers happy, then convert them into biogas, ethanol, or biodiesel. Which one should be our priority? Because we know sugar prices are affected. We are not able to earn that much as we probably used to earn earlier. Now, most of the time, farmers, they say that they are losing money. And then, therefore, they will strive, give us MSP. And because it is going to be a challenge, so can we shift? They call shifting to clean energy, green economic future. Reason is for industrialization, and industrialization is another goal is there. Industrialization requires energy in the form of either diesel, petrol, natural gas, even coal, and most of them we import. So can we convert some of, if not all, some of this sugar cane into biogas, ethanol, and biodiesel to address one? We want industrialization. Yes, it can still continue. It will reduce comparatively, greenhouse gases. Third, it will provide green economic future. Okay, jobs will be created. So this is one of the options. Choice is entirely ours, whether we want to produce more sugar or at least convert part of it, or if needed, all of it into biodiesel, bioethanol, or biogas. It will create another type of economy. What you need is basically, there is a concept called how we design sugar mill to ethanol mill. It is a systematic process, engineering process. Yes, we need to analyze data and see is it viable or not. But then if we do that one, then if possible, all, if not all, some of them, some of the sugar mills can be converted into ethanol mill. And India has allowed, okay, India for transportation systems, sustainable cities, they are allowing another goal, okay, sustainability, sustainable cities. They are allowing blending of ethanol into petrol and diesel so that our dependence on the imported diesel and petrol will reduce. And accordingly, because it is ethanol, it will reduce the pollution. So we are addressing by just making these choices, engineering and management choices, use of technology, okay? Use of technology. We can shift our gear towards sustainability. Choice is entirely ours. Okay? Choice is entirely ours. So you have seen the impact of one, whose lungs are weak, why it is becoming. Blood sugar level is very high. Impact of that we are seeing. And it is affecting our sustainable development goals also. So, my friends, choice is there for us. On the left side of your screen, you will see that, okay, sugar cane is converted into sugar. And from sugar, because it's changing our lifestyle, kuch mitha ho jaya, it may be increasing diabetics more, and diabetics problem is coming. We call it destructive way. On the other hand, we can use the same sugar cane, convert them into biogas or ethanol using systematic technology, STEM, okay, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, management, process, to make it ethanol, biogas. And then it can be used in hybrid vehicles. I know everybody is wanting to go to electric vehicle. I will talk about it later on, which is useful. So sustainable choice. So typically, I think you might be knowing destructive or bhakas, or sustainable or jhakas. What is your choice? Okay, what is your choice? You can write it down, because at present they are disabled because of one or two of them not allowing us to continue our FDP by using annotations. So choice is important steps towards synergizing energy and transportation. Energy, food nexus. Okay, energy can be achieved. And but when we do this one, we also achieve sustainable development goals, okay, some of them. Okay, that is also okay, because if you increase the earnings of the farmers, it will reduce poverty, goal number one. Okay, and earlier I mentioned, if you stop wasting the food, instead of that, use it for helping people, then we can reduce hunger, goal number two. Combine this one, if you are really able to reduce the diabetics, we can reduce health related diseases. Goal number 3, health. Okay, health and healthy lifestyle. So all these are related to our sustainable development goals. Now, to understand this one, obviously we need to use our technology, both conventional technology as well as modern technology, which I will mention again, Industry 4.4, 4.0, including AI and data analytics. Because only when we analyze and see it and view these facts and figure, the decisions can be made. Otherwise, we might say, I don't know what is happening somewhere else. Okay. For that purpose, we need AI and data analytics. And therefore, this FDP is very appropriate even for handling this one, sustainable development goal. Now we'll go to another challenge one we call whose heart doesn't want to work. जिसका दिल काम चोर है. We have seen earlier to काम चोर. I'm calling काम चोर, जिसका दिल काम चोर. My question is, obviously, had I been interacting with you, I think I would have asked this question. You might have written, what is it that is abundant in the world? What is it? What is it that is abundant, okay, in the world? Think for a minute. Okay. There are many things will come to your mind. And I will mention one of them. They call waste energy. WASTE. They say it is abundant in the world. As we progress, we create huge quantity of waste. Millions and million tons of waste. Okay. In day-to-day life, in industrialization, and other things also. Okay. Again, I'm showing by picture here because, as you know, ChatGPT, generative AI, the Gen AI, even Copilot, they enjoy analyzing pictures. You can give them pictures, they analyze it, and then tell you something about it. So on the left-hand side, burn or dump waste. Yes, huge quantity, okay? I can tell you, huge quantity. Not small, we're not talking about few tons, yeah, millions of tons every day, okay? Big cities, even small towns. Then burning of leftover, whatever they call it, thoroughly in the farms, because they say they can't afford to get something to remove it, they burn it. Burn and dump waste. Mountain of waste. Many places, some places they are using some technology. I will mention example. On the right hand side, they are saying, can we use this waste because it will be generated. Okay, waste will be generated, but then how we want to treat it? Obviously, first thing first, we want to reduce waste. That is the first thing first. I will mention about it later on also. But that part left over, then suppose we have generated waste. Can that waste be converted into something which is useful? And there is again engineering process. They call digesters, chemical process, biochemical process, biological process, you can call it. Digester, you put them, then mix them with some microbe, and after certain, this one, it will break down, it will give rise to, it will give you gas, they call, okay, it can get converted into gas, biogas. Or if needed, even bioliquid also you can make it. And once that biogas is there, that gas can be used for heating purpose. They call combined heat and power. Or that can be also converted into district heating system, some places, okay? Obviously, cold places will require centralized heating system, there it can be used. Warm places, hot places, they will require a reverse, they call it air conditioning, which can be done differently. And then it can be also used in gas can be used in power station to convert it into electricity, and the electricity that can go somewhere. Interestingly now, what they call generation 3, generation 4 of conversion, that energy after conversion, whatever the waste products happen, that can be converted into manure, fertilizers, or even it can be converted into something else they call biofertilizers compared to chemical fertilizers. So it has a multiple usage and application. So when we convert this into an usable energy, reduce pollution, it means we are entering goal number 7, clean and affordable energy. Okay, clean and affordable energy. We are doing it. At the same time, it is by doing systematically, you are reducing pollution, reducing other things. So you're also impacting other sustainability goals. And nowadays, they are even converting that into what is known as a gasification. So choice is simple for you, my friends. On the left-hand side, destructive, continue as usual. Or on right-hand side, convert into energy. It will create jobs. Comparatively cleaner energy. Okay, comparatively means when you compare to coal, oil, okay, then it is different. And they say it supports green economy. It can create jobs. Okay. Your choice, destructive or sustainable, bhakas or jhakas. And that is what we're talking about, sustainable development goals about it. Okay. So that brings, though I created some awareness, that brings to a very important question: what type of development we should aspire to? I know when we say something like this one, they will say, oh, those who are proposing some developmental projects which may be affecting environment, and the environmentalists are complaining, they are trying to object it, they'll say you are against development. You don't want people to develop, you want people to stay backward, something like that, without understanding the foundation of it. So now, if you when you say, hey, what kind and type of development we should aspire to, once that is clear, then this question will not be there. Okay. Example, is there a scope for hope? Considering our quest for modern, luxurious lifestyle. Yes, we want luxurious life. We want to live comfortably. Nobody is disputing that. Human beings, we live comfortably. We don't want you to live in poverty. We don't want that. We want to achieve zero poverty. We don't want to stay hungry. But quest for modern, luxurious lifestyle, something which everybody is trying to aspire. Okay, you want big house, big cars. Those who have got big cars, they want limousines. Those who got limousine, they want bigger one. Those who can have bigger cars, they want to have helicopters. And they want to have their own swimming pools. I'm not against that one. Okay, have it. But can we do this one sustainably? That is a question. Now, we like it or not, we are facing global conflicts. They call geopolitical conflicts, Middle East crisis, Russia-Ukraine war. Yes, war has come even closer to our doors. So Asia is not excluded. You can't just say it is happening somewhere in Middle East or somewhere in Europe. It is happening almost every part of the continent, one way or other. And that is very destructive, you know it. Rising population. We have crossed 8 billion people globally on the earth. Each one of us require a huge quantity of water, food, air, okay? So we are consuming huge quantity of energy. And we are also emitting CO2 gases and all other things. Our addiction to oil, because we are still more dependent on fossilized vehicles. Yes, shift is happening. It's slow. Something is better than nothing. But majority are still using diesel and petrol-powered vehicles. If that is the case, okay, Trump on X, then is there scope for hope? I think we are still not open for the chat box, otherwise I would have asked you to write it, chat box. That brings us to a very important question. What type of development we should aspire to? What type of development should we aspire to? On the left-hand side, for a change, a clean, green, with a healthy air, healthy lifestyle. On the right-hand side, we have got factories which are polluting, water which is polluted, traffic that is polluting. Which one will be your choice? On the left-hand side, sustainable, jackass. On the right-hand side, destructive, bhakkas. Now, we are not talking in the imaginary world, okay? There are places on the earth which has got this kind of lifestyle, sustainable. And there are many places on the earth which has got destructive lifestyle. Because we thought development means we have to allow pollution. Pollution will say will be part of it. That is not true. Do not accept that. Use your data analytics to know what is it happening. Okay. And I'm sure if you ask this question to any of these now latest use AI tools, whether it's Gemini, whether it's ChatGPT, or any other tools, you ask them, they will tell you what type of development should we aspire to. Okay. If possible, okay, later on I will ask. So choice is very straightforward here. Okay. Now that has brought, that is what most of the time they were thinking about it. So almost more than 15, 20 years back, I think 2005 or something, United Nations felt that if something is missing, and therefore we say we need to have some common definition, because everybody was looking towards those so-called developed nations who achieved it to industrial development, but at very, very expensive cost to the environment. And therefore they came together and they said, okay, we need to give them direction. So United Nations has come up with this one, like sustainable development can be defined as a development that meets the needs of the present. Yes, as I mentioned, we want to survive. We want development. I'm not against development. They say we are not against development, but that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. Okay? It's not my definition. It's given by United Nations, deliberated. They have come up with this one. And this is what they have been trying to promote for last 10, 15, 20 years. But obviously, many of them have got some problem on this, and we are not able to achieve what we should have achieved. Okay. And to do this one, obviously, they recommended, we have got, they say, recommended United Nations, there are 17 goals. I think our director mentioned about it. Thank you very much, Dr. Venkatesh. He mentioned there are 17 sustainable development goals. And I mentioned here, obviously, ideally, we want to follow all 17, we want to use them and do something about it. And this being an FDP, we want to incorporate some of them into how we can promote this one. Obviously, yes, we can just say, okay, yeah, I think the person has again come here, ma'am. Somebody you admitted, and that person is again started doing annotation. Maybe you can, thank you very much. stop annotation.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
We will do that. We will do that, sir.
Thank you very much. I'll ask one of your
Yes, sir.
person to actually get him, and then he should send his name everywhere, his or her, so that they are banned from everywhere. Okay, they should get it.
Mm.
These are the destructive. Okay, this is the destructive. If he has a question you want to ask, if he's not agreeing with us, that's also okay. I think probably he feels that, oh, sustainable development, now he's unhappy with that. He or she, okay? This behavior has to be stopped. So now question arises, how we bring this into our curriculum? Okay. Student projects, research, community work, and in and around us. That is the most challenging part, okay? And because I have got only one session, but whenever I get chance, I do sustainable development, how we can bring these SDGs and ESGs into curriculum, student project, and research systematically. I have done it for a few universities who invited me. Obviously, we have been mentioning about goal number 1, no poverty. Yes, how to do that one? No poverty means obviously we need to have a policy. Yes, there are various ways for reducing poverty. We say we have to create jobs, but then what kind of jobs we want to create? That is also important. And I do know AI is taking away jobs. Is likely to take away more jobs. Big companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Google, they are laying off the people, not in small numbers, big numbers, thousands and thousands there. So, but one of the way they say we want to reduce poverty is we have to create jobs. Obviously now, if AI is taking some routine job, how we can use AI for something higher level purpose and create more jobs. Not only AI, but sustainable development. When we go to community, solve the local problem, we may be able to create more jobs locally. Global problem can create local jobs. Zero hunger, yes, is a very idealistic goal. No poverty, zero hunger. United Nations has mentioned achieving zero hunger is not going to be easy. However, there are supporting mechanism created by governments, by United Nations, as well as many NGOs. Okay, there are many well-hearted, good-hearted people. They provide food to those needy, because for whatever reason they remain in poverty and they are not able to afford it thereafter. Okay, but challenge is how we can make a zero hunger at the same time providing them a reasonable, respectable lifestyle, and if they can earn themselves, nothing like that. Goal number 3 mentioned about good health and well-being. Obviously, we want good health. Good health obviously is critical for our survival, for our longevity. For good health system, obviously, first thing we need is good health care. So 2 aspects they have been mentioning. One is prevention, another is if something has happened, then taking action. Okay. So for taking action after you have suffered by some disease, then to take care of that disease, we need to invest in healthcare. I think AI and data analytics have been very useful to reaching out. There are telemedicines which have come, which can reach out to the villages and remote places. It can nowadays, this technology can also help us diagnose better way, create better drugs, pinpoint treatment. Even we do know that robots are now doing surgery accurately. We have laser also, laser technology to take care of surgeries. So yes, On the one hand, we are using technology to improve our health, but basic things needs to be there. They say prevention is better than cure. So preventive part needs to be there. And for that purpose, all this one, we need a quality education. Goal number 7, quality education. I must congratulate RNS Institute for organizing this FDP, which is bringing the quality education to each and every who is interested. Quality education. Our institution should provide a quality education. Not any education, okay? Quality education, which can help them understand what is happening, which can help them to become better citizens, which can help them to self-governance type, self-directed learners. That kind of quality education we need it, not a rote learning type, not just one exam after another exam type, one entrance exam after another entrance exam, and then after that to get job also another exam. We want a quality education in which our students are able to learn real world problems and interested to solve them. And sustainable development goals are one of the guidelines for us to solve the authentic real world problems. Education, we know it, education can give us that kind of understanding so that we can understand these complexity of the sustainable development goals, how we are facing these challenges, and what we can do to overcome them. That kind of quality education. Okay, I'm quite supportive of, as expected by industries, under goal number 7, they want industry wants innovation, infrastructure, they want multidisciplinary education. Our education system is obsolete, especially education includes computer science is obsolete. We need to change it drastically. If we do not do that, then our youth are going to suffer. And for that purpose, we the educators need to participate and learn through FDPs, through conferences, through research, through new ways of learning, and bringing curriculum which is current, which is relevant, which will bring the character, which will develop the self-discipline, which will develop self-governance. Self-directed learning, we call it. Not the rote learning. And for that purpose, not only our education should be a quality one and is reaching out to each and every one. Yes, we can use technology for reaching out to them, making them understand better, but human element cannot be compromised there. Yes, it also involves emotional education, holistic education, taking care of their emotional needs so that our youth understand it. They don't fall prey to those bad habits. Nowadays, this VA wave is being discussed everywhere, which is affecting youth and going into the schools also, I am told. They will not take such bad practices if there is a quality education. They know it, what is good, what is not good. Okay. Now I'll be happy to discuss more and more about quality education. Goal number 4, okay. One of my favorite one. I do conduct FDPs on goal number 4 itself, okay. Goal number 5, they're talking about gender equality. Okay. Accepting that each one has a role to play, not considering that one is superior to others. We have that acceptance, and then making policies that will be inclusive, the policies wherein there will be scope for each and everyone to rise to their potential. That again comes back to quality education. Okay? Infusing this into various aspects of our society is not easy. Yes, it takes change in mindset, and legislations have also come for that purpose. Goal number 6, clean water and sanitation. I think that is why I brought in this one. Instead of just telling you there are 17 goals and explaining about it, I gave you the examples of it straight away. How our water source is affected, and we need to clean it up. Better if we can keep our rivers clean and use that water, then we do not have to invest more on other things. And then sanitation is done properly so that as I shown in earlier diagram, water management, wastewater management, sanitation, because many diseases happen. One, bad air and bad quality of water and bad quality of sanitation. And then we have to spend more on healthcare to curing them. That is not a sustainable choice. So clean water. Okay. I know many governments have been giving big slogans and less actions. But if each one of us start doing it systematically, then it is possible. It is a collective will. Another my favorite is affordable and clean energy. I've given you some examples. I might give some more examples. At present, when we use fossilized energy, okay. Thank you, host. Okay, so I don't know whether the controller is, who is the controller? Okay. Clean and affordable energy, I have given some examples. What we are talking about, the global warming, okay, climate crisis, emissions, this is predominantly happening because of the dependence on the fossilized fuels. Generation, transmission, distribution, and utilization. When we use that energy, obviously we are using electricity, but if electricity is produced by coal-fired power station, oil-fired power station, or gas-fired power station, we are emitting CO2 into the atmosphere, and which is going in the atmosphere and causing global warming. And that is affecting then change in earth temperature, floods, frequent floods, or wildfires, or droughts, storms, you name it. And even they are talking about melting of glaciers. That is happening. Okay. Cloudbursts. That is happening. So how we can shift from fossilized energy to some of the energies, which is a renewable one, less polluting type or no polluting type. That is our choice. And if we can do that, we are in the path of sustainable development. So energy is affecting almost most of the other goals also. Yes, goal number 8, decent work and economic growth. Yes, we are not against economic growth, but only what we are mentioning, what type of economic growth you want to choose. A sustainable economic growth or destructive? Jhakas vikas or bhakas vikas? Choice is ours. And for that purpose, obviously, yes, decent work means we provide human work where the humans are needed, we'll do the work. Obviously, where technology is to be used, we can allow technology to use. Predominantly, my first preference is to move dangerous jobs to technology base. There is robotics, AI, and whatever, dangerous job, let them handle. Whereas other jobs, which we can do it we should stay with the humans. Decent work. What does it mean is that businesses do not exploit. That is where the role of government comes in balancing that. Businesses do not exploit workers, and workers do not exploit businesses. Both. We want a balanced approach. We want prosperity for all. Sustainable systematic development in which decent work, they get decent wages, and yes, businesses for taking their risk, they also unreasonable one, but not the kind of compensation they have been now taking. They are following wrong models from America, giving most of the measure of the profit to the only top guys and very less to those who work. That is not sustainable. That is not good practice. They have to think about it differently. Do not accept those idiot suggestions that top guys should earn more and others should earn less. No, that is not, should not be. Decent work, decent wage. Then and then we will achieve various goals. Number 9, industry innovation, infrastructure. Yes, we need to provide infrastructure. We need infrastructure, yes. Example, now our infrastructure, digital infrastructure is connected. That is why we are connected now today. Is needed, important one. Same thing, we need roads and highways, but we need them to be good one, sustainable one, not with the holes, and moment there is a one rainy season comes, all of them have been destroyed. No, not that kind of roads. Industry needs to innovate, yes. That innovation should increase the efficiency, reduce the cost of the goods, and produce such that it is environmentally sustainable one. And that will lead to reduce inequalities. 10, okay. So whatever wealth is created is distributed appropriately so that there is a reduced inequalities. Yes, people are migrating to cities. Cities are getting congested. Therefore, we need sustainable cities and communities. Sustainable cities, livable cities, where we are using clean energy, we are using clean water, we have got areas which is almost pollution free, and there is infrastructure where we are using it less polluting type of fuels for our vehicles or transportation systems. Industries are not polluting. That is what kind of thing we want when we're talking about sustainable cities. And to happen that, we need responsible consumption production. Unfortunately, these marketing guys have really destroyed this one. Okay, by using the icons, using those idols, they use and promote bad products also. And we the people being emotional consume, which is really not good for us, but still take it. Not only that, we want to consume more than that. So responsible consumption is very important part. Goal number 12. That is needs, as per the needs. Just because I can afford, I should not have 100 shirts and pants, okay? Reasonable one. I'm not saying reasonable one, depending on the role you play, reasonable number is okay. But then hundreds of shirts and pants, hundreds of saris and this, just for the sake of show off, and those fashion, I think we have to rethink about it, what we consume. Consumption must be responsible, whatever it is, whether it is okay. Not only our basic needs, but other needs also. They should be a reasonable one. Goal number 12, and all this one, we need to take climate action. Because if we don't take action, then from 1.1, 1.2 degrees to 1.5 degrees, and very soon we will see 2 degrees, and then you will find that staying on the earth will be so much challenging. Goal number 14, life below water. Yes, below water. They're discussing more about I think that recently there was a summit in Geneva. They're talking about how we can manage plastic pollution. They couldn't agree because plastics are going all deep into the water and affecting the flora and fauna and everything there. It's life below, because our life depends on it. Because we want to live, we live on the living organisms, whether on the land or below water. We use it. If we use it, we need to use it responsibly, and then there should be scope to renew it. Life below water, life on the land. Yes. Do we have sufficient green coverage on the land, which gives us reasonably clean air? '16 and '17 are very challenging one because we want peace, justice, strong institutions. Yes, I know Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I think just now there was a summit happened in Alaska, and they were talking about peace. War are destructive, we know it, but nations are going for war, people are going for war. Justice, we want justice, okay? And strong institution. Why you want strong institution? So that individuals should not take advantage of the system. We want strong institutions at various levels, okay? From the top all the way to the bottom. Okay? Everywhere we want strong institutions so that people will not be able to take disadvantage of that. Goal number 16, very important, peace, justice, strong institution. Self-governance is a good. Each one of us follows their self-governance, then there will be peace, there will be justice. Institution will continue to remain strong, and we'll be able to achieve other goals also then. So all other goals will be possible provided we provide peaceful environment for the development. They say for development requires peaceful environment. For everyone to have a equality, reduce inequality, gender equality, we need justice system. A strong institution, when we prepare infrastructure, everyone receives that one as per their efforts. And to achieve this one, we can't achieve single-handedly. We need partnership. Partnership between faculty and faculty, faculty and management, faculty and students, students and community, so faculty and community, because we live in community. Partnership with the government, partnership with the industries, all these are needed. Partnership between countries and nations, region, and global. Then and then these all 16 goals can be achieved. Understanding the good practices, best practices to be adopted, reviewing and taking part of it, okay, then and then it can happen. Otherwise, the 17 goals will be only on the paper. Yes, all governments are required to give their report annually to the United Nations. What government is doing, what is their action plan? I'll show one of the examples. If each one of them I want to show it, it will not be sufficient time, okay? So each government is expected each to provide a plan of action. What is their plan in short term, medium term, and long term? What are they doing in goal number 1? Reducing poverty. What are they going in reducing going towards zero hunger? What are they doing it? Maintain good health of the citizens and people. How are they managing quality of education? Everything they can, in each of them there are goals, and they can then indicate where they are now and where they want to go. And they can learn from each other, okay? Learn from each other. Okay. So here I want to show video. Please tell me whether you're able to hear. Is it
Yes, sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Audible, ma'am?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. It is
So I don't
audible.
put very
Strategies for accelerating energy transition towards net zero vision. The unprecedented pandemic, climate crisis, and global conflicts have adversely affected energy transition goals set at the Paris and Glasgow Accords. The top three most significant greenhouse gas emitters, China, the United States of America, and India, have, in principle, set a goal for net zero emissions by the years 2060, 2050, and 2070 respectively. As the world economy attempts to recover from unprecedented pandemics, demand for energy is increasing, and is expected to increase further. Consequently, energy prices and inflation have been rising. While attempts are continuing to address supply-side constraints, they are predominantly focused on fossil energy. In view of almost negligible greenhouse gas emissions and energy security issues, proponents are once again promoting nuclear energy. On the other hand, efforts for the substantial deployment of clean energy resources, including green hydrogen, to address the energy supply, have been made. They are constrained by low reliability, storage, higher cost, and transfer of technology. Measures such as energy conservation, energy efficiency, and clean and green energy technologies in the entire energy supply chain have to be adopted as advocated in the International Energy Management Standard, ISO 50001. In addition, research, development, and deployment of smart, clean, and green energy technologies need to be accelerated. Smart grids, microgrids, smart meters, data analytics, artificial intelligence, and digital twins have a crucial role in the efficient management of the power and energy sector. What strategies can, therefore, be adopted, adapted, and accelerated for an energy transition towards net zero vision is the theme of this presentation.
I would like to thank my colleague, Engineer Ajay Venappu, who helped prepare this video. I think it was not easy, I know, but he took the script from me, created exactly what you guys from the computer science will do, animations, graphics, and putting appropriate wording. Okay, I must thank him for that purpose. So let's move. Okay, thank you very much, Ajay. I hope you would have got gist of it, how to use latest technologies, okay, in this one. Now, question arises, what is net zero? I think this video also mentions net zero, net zero. You must have heard this word, net zero. All of us know zero has come from India, correct? All of us know. Then what is this net zero? Okay, the term been used very frequently nowadays. Okay, now it is related. United Nations says it's related to our emissions. Yes, we are going to emit it. We want to do activities. We want economic development. We want to satisfy those sustainable development goals. Still, we will be emitting some emissions, CO2s. Now, what used to happen earlier is because population was less, we had good coverage of forest and oceans were not that warm as they are now. And there was less industrialization and less emissions. So whatever emissions were coming were absorbed. As a result, there was no issue about the global warming CO2 emission. However, because of our quest for rapid development anyhow development, विकास चाहिए, and then we followed bad models which came from whether it is UK, America, France, whatever, okay? And we want to follow that one. That is causing what they call is more emissions and less absorption because deforestation has happened. Now, what we want to do is somehow, if we can bring that back, whatever emissions or whatever development we need it, and we have got absorption mechanism to match that one, balance it, balanced development. That will go to balanced development, sustainable development. Okay, the one which helps the sustainability of the people and we the human. That will give us net zero. Okay. Actions and reaction, net zero. Okay. If we can achieve that. And that is a goal everybody has said. They say, well, today we can't achieve it because we want to have a development. So we'll be emitting more and we have to suffer for those emissions. But we should start taking actions, increase mechanism for absorptions. So some of them are saying I have a reforestation. Then they say, okay, let us do something, whether we can do the carbon capture and sequestration and storage technology, we can use it, or use the material which will produce less emissions. These are some of the things they are mentioning about it. Obviously, energy is one of the major part of it. So if we are able to achieve this one, emissions minus absorption equal to net zero, then we are balanced one. They want to achieve it. Some countries we want to achieve by 2050. China says 2060, India says 2070. Till that time, we have to suffer. Then question arises, yes, United Nations has given this definition. Sustainable development can be defined as the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. How we can make this net zero? If we are not able to reforest Earth at an accelerated rate, then we are producing emissions. Then what technology can give us? Obviously, for this one to do, we need to do the analysis. There's a data analysis. Identify where are the pockets, where are the things, because decision based on data analytics will help us. And to analyze better, whether it's satellite images, pictures, data, huge quantity of data, big data, we will need AI models. Okay. What you are seeing, LLM, everything are more different type, but those who were before using it, I think I had a privilege of learning about it and using it for our power systems. We use expert systems for diagnosis purpose. We use fuzzy logic for making better decisions by protection systems. Neural nets. But at that time, it was such that algorithms were there, but there were processors which were not that powerful. We were not able to handle it. But now things have changed. Processors have come, processor powers has increased, and developments, the software also has happened, that we do not have to write those complicated machine language we used to do earlier. To do the one job, you have to write in machine language. Now you can write in a Python or other languages which are simpler one, and they can do more work, faster work. There is a better storage capacity available. So can we use that one? That is what we are thinking about. And as I mentioned, that is what we are going to use: science, technology, engineering, and economics. Once we understand, to understand economics of whatever actions we take, economics of that, including waste management, I shared with you, recycle, reuse, reduce, okay, circular economy, even students and people contributing to reduce the waste and doing the social service, community service to understand this one. And planting of more trees and to reduce the temperature and air, improve the air quality, all these we are doing and using our renewable energies. Yes, these are clean and clean technology. And to manage them better, we need robotics, we need digital twins, we need data analytics and AI. And after deliberations and everything, our team, they said, oh, come on, the first thing first, if you want to make a journey towards net zero, we need to modify this definition. Okay, all of you, if you wish, you can go up, okay, take a screenshot. It is not entirely new, but what we added to this became new. Innovation, this is all innovation, okay? Whatever you start, United Nations has given us this definition. Then you say, hey, how we can we make it net zero first? And many of them say, not possible, what you are talking about. We deliberated after several interactions with stakeholders, understanding technology, learning from various research papers, conferences, and there was one philosopher, all of you may be knowing this, who has mentioned the earth has all the resources for what we need, for our needs of the people, not for the greed of the people. You see, yes. So now, if we transform this definition, sustainable development can be defined as a development that meets the needs of the present, not greed. Not greed. Without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs, not greed. Okay, don't tell me Zen generation, nothing different, okay. All of you have to follow this one, no choice. These are only for us to analyze A generation, B generation, G generation. Gen Z, you have to follow these fundamentals. Okay. Gen X also has to follow this fundamental. If you follow this fundamental, then you are surviving. It is self-governance, clean self-governance, irrespective of whatever it is, okay? So just add these two words and then you make this definition even more powerful, focusing on emissions minus absorption equal to net zero. Yes. For survival, we need to breathe. When we breathe air, we are going to exhale carbon dioxide with other components also. So we are not going to stop completely because of that we are not going to stop breathing. We need to eat food. We need carbon. It will be emitted, but only thing is how we can increase our absorption rate using if you can do it naturally, preferable. Do it naturally, preferable, because nature can balance is still very good. If that is not happening, then we have to bring in intervention of the technology, including AI and data analytics, as I mentioned to you, inclusive of that. What is the process? Journey starting today. Those who have been doing it, congratulations. First thing first, at present, our reliance is more on the red one, shows fossil fuels. 100 units you are consuming. You can apply to your own home, own institution, own organization by just changing our mindset. We can reduce 10 to 15% of our energy consumption. Yes, by just changing mindset. Changing mindset means somebody remembering to switch off the lights and fans when not in use. Switch off air conditioner when not in use. Okay. switch off that tap when some water is going to waste. Wherever you find waste, if somehow somebody is taking action and reducing that conservation, reducing that waste, easily we can save 10 to 50% of our consumption. Same thing happens with our consumption also. Whatever we eat, okay, same. Then after we have applied energy conservation, then we can use efficiency. Efficiency, simplest way, you can do, okay, more with the less. Doing more with the less is efficiency. Whatever it is, whether it's time efficiency, money efficiency, resource efficiency, productivity efficiency, production efficiency, utilization efficiency, your driving efficiency, your human efficiency. For energy, if you use, almost you can save 20-25% easily. So if you apply simple thing, energy conservation plus energy efficiency measures, which are doable, low-hanging fruits, it is engineering process, it is a thinking process, it is a managerial process, we can reduce consumption up to 40%. We are achieving, by doing this one, we are also achieving that goal which says reduce our consumption, okay, consumption and production. Now, instead of 100 units, we are only consuming 60 units to do whatever the productivity activity product which is needed. And because we are saved 40, we are saved money, instead of blowing into that, okay, कुछ मीठा हो जाए, एक दूसरे के मुंह पे केक डालने की जगह, use that money part of it. I'm not saying celebrate in a green way. I can show you, okay? Green lifestyle. You can celebrate it in a green way. Now, don't follow those Western standards, okay? They have spoiled it. We shouldn't learn from them. Our ancient vision is there. Use that one for living with the nature type, okay? Those practices, don't use those practices which are gone, become obsolete. The practices which are living with the nature, work with the nature, preserve the nature, use those practices, then we will save almost 40% and invest that into new and renewable type of energy. They found that it is easily, we can reduce our consumption from 100 to 70 within few months to few years. Within few, okay, they're not talking about 50 years, okay? Within each of us can do within few months to few years only. Obviously, faster you do, you are achieving your net zero future. And if you continue that year after year, you will have more and more saving, you have more and more saving, you can invest more and more into new and renewable energies. And slowly you are on the path of sustainability and net zero future, so that entire of your energy consumption, majority coming from the sources which are not polluting, sources which are not generating carbon, sources which are useful for absorption of the carbon. Whether it's a transportation, whether it is using at home, wherever it is. If that happens, okay, even when we use AI and data analytics, it requires use of data centers. Data centers consume huge quantity of water and electricity. They don't come cheap, okay? They are going to emit more. If you are going to use it more, you're going to emit more. So therefore, we must have now read in newspaper, watch on the news channels that Google, Meta, okay, Microsoft, all these big, even, okay, Apple, NVIDIA, they are saying they want to invest in nuclear power stations, because nuclear power stations do not emit carbon emissions. Yes, they have got other problems. But now new nuclear power stations have come, which are, they call modular, micro, nano nuclear power stations, which are different type, more safe, but emissions will be almost negligible. Radiations will be there, but that needs to be managed. Now it has come, technology has come to that level, and that is where now We need to use technology for that purpose. So they are investing heavily now. Data centers. That China has also already demonstrated data center can go underwater to manage the cooling, because AI microchips, okay? AI microchips, when they use huge quantity of data, transfer of instructions, they get heated. They need to be cooled. All your microelectronics devices need to be cooled. The computer needs to be cooled. Your server needs to be cooled. The servers needs electricity 24/7, uninterrupted time. Then you can, otherwise you send your information today and there is no electricity, it will be gone somewhere else. They need both. How we can get better cooling? Okay, new ways to cool it, or new devices which will use less electricity and less water. That is innovation. We can think about R&D. Think about it. Design your new microchip which will use less nanochip. What a nanochip also. Less electricity, less cooling mechanism, water or air. That is we are talking about. To achieve this one, we have to shift. As I mentioned in this diagram, we have to shift on our present almost 70 to 75% dependence on fossil energy, which is coal, oil, and natural gas. Reduce it to maybe 85 to 75% by 2030. And from 2030 to 2050, from 75% to 50%. If that happens, then emissions will be going down, because, as I mentioned, 2/3 of emissions are coming because of the energy. So if you want to use AI and data analytics, big data, robotics, you're going to require huge quantity of electricity. Electric vehicle, you'll require huge quantity of electricity. And if that electricity is not produced using new and renewable types of energy, then it's going to create a problem. It is going to increase emissions. In fact, in a short term, they are expecting emissions to go up unless corrective actions at a faster rate. Not easy. That is what the future we are looking for. And that is where the role of Sustainable Development Goals comes in. Yes, all of them are important. Has to be brought in. And pivot to do that, become goal 6, 7, and 4. 4 has become also important. Obviously, we want good health. For that purpose, also 6, 7, 4. So 4, 6, 7 or 6, 7, 6, 4. You decide, okay. And as I mentioned to you, each goal has got defined objectives. Example, if say goal number 7, and if each goal, like if I as I mentioned, if I go, it requires 5 days FDP only on SDGs. I did it for some institutions. Go systematical. Goal number 7 is divided into further subdivided. 7.1 is universal access to modern energy. Modern energy, we're talking about new and renewable, less polluting type of energy. How to make that universal access? Not easy. Increase global percentage of renewable energy that can get double improvements in energy efficiency. As I mentioned, energy efficiency is one of the things which we can do it. Everyone can do it. Promote access to research, technology, and investment in clean energy. So here, research and technology means includes AI. AI can be used to manage energy better way, because renewable energy, they are not that reliable. Okay, most of them are. And to manage them, you need a better energy management system, which is now being used by AIs. Okay. And for that purpose, AI will need data analytics. Without data analysis, AI can't do much work. expand and upgrade energy services for developing countries. Not easy, but these are the goals set, and they say by 2069 they want to achieve it. Means every year we have to do something. So if you are in this field, those who are from computer science, and if you want to apply your algorithms, you want to apply their technology, if you want to apply your apps, for this purpose, you are in sustainable development goal level. If you are doing some funny things only for playing those idiot video games, which are more of destructive nature, which are damaging the brains of many of them, you are destructive. No point teaching you AI, and you shouldn't learn if you're going to use it for destructive purpose. AI should be used for the betterment of humanity. AI should be used for the betterment of society. AI should be used for betterment of education. AI should be used for betterment of people, even their thinking mindset. If AI is used for the bad purposes, that is where AI ethics must come in. All faculty members must teach that ethics to all the students and try to follow it. Otherwise, AI is of no use. It is more of a destructive than sustainable type. So sustainability of the AI will depend on how we use it. What devices we use it to power the AI. If we are not able to manage this one, what you are seeing is just a trailer now. What you are seeing, wildfires, what you are seeing, the cloudburst, what you are seeing, droughts, what you are seeing, storms, all over the world, it is just a trailer only. Next few years, if they are not managed, intensity is going to be even bigger. And it's going to affect each and every one of us. That is why United Nations Climate Change Conference happens every year. They try to bring in as many decision makers as possible. I had a fortune of attending one. COP28 happened in Dubai in 2023, wherein they decided double energy efficiency, triple renewables, transit away from fossil fuels. Yes, you have to create that awareness, give this education to our young generation so that they create apps, algorithm, how you can write an AI algorithm which will take less storage, less electricity, at the same time without compromising the speed. That is a challenge. Just don't send videos to anyone just for the sake of sending. Okay? Your Facebook, your Instagram, when you send those images, which are just, I'm having fun here, that, and send it, which is of no use to others. It only consumes electricity, emits more emissions. You are contributing that. When you forward useless messages, when you remain only on WhatsApp University, on the Facebook without learning about it, you are damaging not only yourself, your health, but also health of the earth. COP29 happened in Baku, Azerbaijan last year. This year it is in November. It's going to happen in Brazil. I doubt I will go there. At COP29, they decided triple finance to developing countries protecting lives and livelihoods. What happened is now, because of this climate change happening, developing nations are suffering. So disaster management, you need funds for that. So they are creating that funds. Adoption of rules for carbon trading. Personally, I'm not in that favor, but people want to gamble. That is how it is. Okay. Trading, they say yes, it might create some funding, but those who understand this one, they say carbon trading will only delay phasing out of fossil fuels because they are allowed to now pollute. And that is why those countries and those big oil companies, nowadays they are taking away the agenda. They are attending these COPs and they are trying to put the influence because they've got big pockets, they fund it, and therefore there is no progress on fossil fuels. No progress. Okay, very quickly, how much time we have, Professor Sampada?
Sir, another 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So that I can show this one video, which is around 5 to 7 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes,
With your
ma'am. Yes,
permission.
sir. Yes, sir.
With your permission. Okay, this is taking for the global development for future. Okay.
Climate change and the need for clean energy. Our reliance on fossil fuels is causing a critical problem: climate change. Burning coal and natural gas releases greenhouse gases that trap heat, leading to rising global temperatures, disrupted weather patterns, and environmental threats. To combat this, we need a clean energy revolution. Renewable sources like solar, wind, and geothermal offer a promising solution. But they have a key limitation: intermittency. Solar panels work only during sunlight hours, and wind turbines rely on wind speeds. This inconsistency makes integrating them into the existing power grid challenging. Hydrogen, a clean energy carrier. This is where hydrogen, H2, gas enters the scene. Hydrogen, the simplest element, is a versatile energy carrier. It can store energy and be used as a clean fuel, emitting only water vapor when used. Hydrogen boasts several advantages. It has a high energy density, making it ideal for transportation and energy storage. When used in a fuel cell, it burns cleanly, emitting only water vapor and electricity, offering a significant environmental benefit compared to fossil fuels. Additionally, hydrogen is versatile, with applications in electricity generation, transportation, and even industrial processes. The key to unlocking hydrogen's potential is green hydrogen production. This is where engineering takes center stage. Green hydrogen is produced through a process called electrolysis. This method uses renewable energy sources like solar or wind power to split water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. A specialized device called an electrolyzer uses the electricity from renewable sources to drive this reaction. By focusing on green hydrogen production, we can unlock the full potential of hydrogen as a clean and sustainable energy source. There are several options for producing green hydrogen, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. Alkaline electrolyzers uses a liquid electrolyte solution such as potassium hydroxide, KOH, or sodium hydroxide, NaOH, and water. The hydrogen is produced in a cell which consists of an anode, cathode, and membrane. The cells are typically assembled in series in a cell stack that produces more hydrogen and oxygen as the amount of cell increases. When current is applied on the cell stack, the hydroxide ions, OH, move through the electrolyte from the cathode to the anode of each cell, with hydrogen gas bubbles generated on the cathode side of the electrolyzer and oxygen gas at the anode. They're relatively inexpensive and easy to maintain, but they're not as efficient as some newer methods and can't be easily scaled up for large-scale production. Proton exchange membrane, PEM, electrolysis. PEM electrolysis is another technology for producing hydrogen gas, H2, from water, H2O, using electricity. Compared to alkaline electrolysis, PEM offers several advantages, but it also has some drawbacks. Here's a breakdown of the details and process. Components. Electrolyzer. Similar to alkaline electrolysis, a PEM electrolyzer consists of two electrodes, anode and cathode, separated by a membrane. Membrane. Unlike alkaline systems, PEM uses a specialized membrane called a proton exchange membrane, PEM. This membrane allows only protons, H+, to pass through, not hydroxide ions, OH. Anode and cathode. Similar to alkaline systems, the electrodes are typically made from conductive materials, often with catalysts like platinum to improve efficiency. producing hydrogen, but they rely on expensive materials like platinum. While they offer a compact design and quick startup times, the complex engineering and need for high-purity water add to their overall cost. Solid oxide electrolyzers. Solid oxide electrolyzers are a hot new technology for producing clean hydrogen gas from water using electricity. They operate differently than other methods. SOECs run at high temperatures around 700 degrees Celsius, which helps break water molecules apart into hydrogen and oxygen ions. A special solid ceramic component acts like a filter, allowing only oxygen ions to pass through. This separation allows for distinct reactions at each electrode. On one side, oxygen gas forms, while on the other, hydrogen gas is produced. While SOECs are still under development, requiring special materials and longer startup times due to the high temperatures. Their potential for high efficiency and waste heat utilization makes them a promising option for future hydrogen production. Engineers are constantly innovating to improve these technologies, focusing on developing cheaper and more efficient catalysts, exploring alternative materials for PEMs and SOECs, improving efficiency through high-temperature electrolysis, developing other methods like photoelectrochemical water splitting using sunlight. Cleaner burning future. Transforming existing power plants. Existing thermal power plants, while currently reliant on fossil fuels for electricity generation, hold the potential to be transformed into cleaner power sources. This exciting possibility lies in utilizing green hydrogen technology. By taking advantage of periods with high renewable energy production, excess electricity can be used to power electrolyzers. These electrolyzers then create green hydrogen, a clean-burning fuel. This stored hydrogen can then be used to fuel the power plant itself when renewable resources aren't readily available. Essentially, existing infrastructure can be adapted for a new role. Thermal power plants can be modified to burn hydrogen instead of fossil fuels, requiring adjustments to their combustion systems to optimize hydrogen use. This approach offers a practical way to transition existing power plants towards a more sustainable future. Basic process for transforming a fuel thermal power plant to hydrogen fuel. 1. Renewable energy input. This block represents the source of excess renewable energy, such as wind or solar farms. 2. Electrolyzer. During periods of high renewable energy production, excess electricity flows into the electrolyzer. This device uses electricity to split water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. 3. Hydrogen storage. The green hydrogen produced by the electrolyzer is stored in a safe and efficient manner. This storage could be in pressurized tanks, underground caverns, or even converted to chemical carriers. For existing thermal power plant. The existing infrastructure of the thermal power plant is adapted to handle hydrogen fuel. This may involve modifications to fuel delivery system, combustor and nitrogen oxides control systems. Fuel delivery system. Pipelines or other infrastructure for transporting hydrogen to the combustor. Combustor. Changes to burner design and fuel injection systems to efficiently burn hydrogen instead of fossil fuels. Potential nitrogen oxides control systems. Hydrogen combustion can produce nitrogen oxides. Depending on existing pollution control equipment, additional systems might be needed. 5. Electricity generation. The modified thermal power plant burns the stored hydrogen, releasing heat. This heat is used in the existing Rankine cycle to generate steam, drive the turbine, and ultimately produce electricity. 6. Water output. The only byproduct of hydrogen combustion is water vapor, a significant improvement over greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels. There are two main approaches to utilizing both hydrogen and fossil fuels in thermal power plants. Co-firing. Fuel switching capability. Co-firing. This method involves burning a mixture of hydrogen and fossil fuels, like natural gas, simultaneously in the combustor. This allows for a gradual transition to hydrogen while still maintaining some level of fossil fuel dependence. The proportions of hydrogen and fossil fuels can be adjusted based on factors like hydrogen availability, electricity demand, and emission regulations. Fuel switching capability. Thermal power plants can be modified to have the capability to switch between hydrogen and fossil fuels entirely. This might involve maintaining separate fuel delivery systems and burners optimized for each fuel type. This approach offers more flexibility in terms of fuel source selection based on cost, availability, and environmental considerations. The best approach for your specific situation will depend on several factors, including the existing infrastructure of the power plant, environmental regulations, economic considerations, and the long-term vision for clean energy transition. This is a simplified process flow, and the specific modifications required will vary depending on the type and design of the existing thermal power plant. Thank you for joining VABcreativeconsulting.com, Singapore for this basic introduction. Hydrogen gas for thermal power plants, a clean energy future. This presentation was prepared by Dr. Deepak L. Waker and engineer Venapu Ajay.
Again, thank you very much for my colleague. Now you can see how we can apply. Okay, some of you may be wondering how it happened. Okay, it did not happen like this. Okay, Ajay is excellent using technology, and now he's also experimenting how to use AI to make these videos even more powerful. Okay, we have used for creating symposiums, working with presidents of universities, senior people of industries, and we want to bring this to each and every one of you, okay? Now, how this powerful AI, data analytics, and other technology combine into this is shared by this very short video. Okay, we organized this conference symposium in 2023, and we are planning to it in 2026, next year. Most likely it could be in Malaysia. So the reason I'm sharing with you how we are using smartly. Okay, what is smart? Okay, all of us talking about, you are in computer science. Okay, smart. Okay, smart. We're talking about हमारे पास we have 5G, AI, AR, VR, data analytics, Smart devices. आपके पास क्या है? Hi, what do you have? Okay. Yes, we are showing you direct application. Okay, of using this. Sir, मेरे पास भी घड़ी है. You must have seen this one. This is just teaser advertisement. You know it. I do not know how the ghadi has become detergent. Okay, so now it is possible, okay, to use this technology, AI, 5G, analytics. Here we are to make it smart. Okay, smart choices. You have got a sustainable development goals. I have given you overview what is happening globally, what are the challenges, and you can take them as a research project, your student projects. Apply AI to solve these problems rather than just idiot video games, okay, or some games we just play, okay, for killing these guys and that guys, okay. Use it for humanity. Use it for the peaceful purpose. Use it for solving the problem. Because otherwise, having smart devices will not make you smart. You will become dumb. We do not want you to be dumb. Okay? Because when you use digital things, it affects energy consumption both. It improves energy efficiency, but at the same time, it will also affect economic growth. It will, okay? We should use this properly. And for that purpose, I'm fully support of using AI, data analytics, 4G, okay, all the 5G and all devices. We have been using it, and I have shown you how it can be used. I must thank my collaborator, Ajay Veneptu, who has applied, okay, quality of education, improving the quality of education. That is where we should use it. Quality of education, okay. That is what they're talking, environmental, social governance, good governance, self-governance is the need of the hour. Now, those who want to reduce their energy consumption, you can scan one of my another collaborator who has developed a very powerful tool. You can use it for 1 month free of cost. Okay. After 1 month, if you want to still use it, you have to pay for it. And very low cost. Okay. He's not charging very high. But this, so you can scan it, download it, use it. This is our gift to you. Okay. Gift to you. We already given this. Okay. Wonderful videos we created using the technology. You can see the last one, it was all only technology using various combination of animation, music. We are bringing high quality in this one, okay? High quality level education, goal number 4, straight away. Okay? My question is now, is Make in India, Digital India, Smart City, Clean India, Swachh Bharat, Self-Reliant, Atmanirbhar, Vikasit Bharat Vision, developed nation by 2047 feasible? Without quality, secure, and reliable availability of smart, clean, and green energy for sustainability and net zero future. Yes, technology is there, we can use it. Is it feasible? Without this, we believe not possible without this, okay? And therefore, this is just introductory session. Those who are further interested, they can approach us. Please contact Professor Sampadaji and her team. Will be happy to conduct entire, okay, 3 to 5 days FDP, how you can infuse sustainability, decarbonization, net zero with AI into your curriculum, into your student project, into your research, into your community service, in the society, whatever you do. Philosophically, net zero pollution, net zero waste, net zero energy at its best is possible. Make them part of everyday routine, not just for the once a while, okay? Make them part of everyday routine to keep our surroundings clean and green. Yes, we shared this one, net zero vision, which can be applied using all sustainable development goals. Okay? This is what we are promoting as vision. We Thankful that today you are attending this one. Those who attended full one, you got the best. Those who thought how it is, okay, how now you know how computer science is related to net zero, how the sustainability of AI is dependent on the electricity, getting that electricity, how it is useful. You need to have that knowledge. Without that, you will be then developing useless applications, which will have no relevance to the people, and they will dump AI then. Throw it. Okay, yes, I do share some of my thoughts and views. I already reached almost 30,000 level. So if you want to follow me, you can follow on my LinkedIn and enjoy. Just as closing, Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityoma Amrutamgamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That is what in Alaska, Trump and Putin are trying. They want peace. So, Om Asato, this has come from Upanishad. From ignorance, lead me to the knowledge. From darkness, lead me to the light. Because what I shared with you is the truth. हमें झकास विकास चाहिए. For getting झकास विकास, sustainable development, we do not need to compromise on our environment and other things. And if you follow this shloka, then from darkness, lead me to the light. That is exactly, we are in the darkness, thinking that we want development anyhow, pollute everything. We have polluted air, we have polluted water, we have polluted food. Our very existence is affected. But if we clean it up, make it better, then we are leading, okay, our death rate will reduce, our longevity will increase. We are almost going to the higher level. Yes, people are talking about living more than 100 years. No more just 70s, 80s, more than 100 years. Some of them are even talking about beyond 100 years. Some of the AIs are predicting we might, if we use systematically and follow everything, you can live 1,000 years with a better healthcare and our peace of mind. Mindset, very important. Om, peace. That is what they are talking. Om, Shanti, Shanti. The mindset is very important. If you have got worse mindset, it will lead you to the destruction only, thinking that is the right way. Rakshasi, okay, demonic pravritti, okay, demonic thinking. If you want to do good, then we have to think that way. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to share with you my thoughts and views. You do not have to agree with me, but if you feel it is useful, please spread the word. We'll be very happy to help you, okay, systematically infuse sustainable development goals, ESGs, and with AI into your curriculum, into your student project, into your research, into your teaching, into the society you work in the community services you do it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. I wish all the best for your remaining part of FDP. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sahana ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You can conclude. Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions from audience, ma'am? Do we need to address that?
I think they have not written anything, I guess.
Yeah. There is no questions as of now. So,
Yeah.
On behalf of RNSIT, CSE department, I sincerely thank our esteemed resource person, Dr. Deepak L. Vaikar, for joining us all the way from Singapore and delivering such an insightful session. Initially, sir stressed upon 17 goals in SDG framework. So we want Jakas Vikas. So choose this SDGs relevant to curriculum, student project, and research. And later, sir also spoke on how AI can be integrated to achieve sustainable development goals. At the end of the session, he stressed upon a journey towards net zero future. So adapt the practices which goes with the nature, renewable energy, path of sustainable future, sources where no carbon footprint lasts. With responsible development and deployment, AI holds immense potential to accelerate progress towards sustainable development and create a more equitable and resilient future. As a responsible citizen, AI should be used for the betterment of the society, betterment of the education, betterment of the individual. So let's use AI responsibly. Sir, your valuable time, expertise, and perspectives have truly enriched our FDP, and we are grateful for your contribution despite the distance. We look forward to have more such events, collaborations in future. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much to all of you. Have a wonderful day, evening now. Good night from Singapore.
Deepak sir, heartfelt thank you accepting our invitation and be part of our resource person and opening session. Yes, thank you so much. In spite of the time difference, you made it possible for us to listen till the late night. Thank you so much, sir.
It's almost getting midnight in Singapore now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope all of you, I know it was a long session. I look forward. I think we can collaborate with anyone. Okay, Sampadaji, you can take a lead. We'll collaborate. We'll be happy to help. Okay. We hope that you don't get disturbance in future from those one or two people. Actually, because of that, we couldn't keep chat box open for everyone. You are able to identify them and block them for future sessions. So, Professor Sahana, Sampada, with your permission, may I step out? Because I know you may have to do some formalities for them to complete. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have all the best to you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.